Hello, our most valued student. My name is Confident and welcome to our revision session, or I'll rather call it the exam review of the Mathematics N1 paper. And this is the current paper as I'm doing this video. That was just written in November 22 exam. So this is a review of the N1, and some of you guys set for this paper. And if you set for this paper, I would love to hear your comments. How was it? How do you think you fared in that paper? Was it a difficult paper? Was it something that you think you could relate to from your studies? Did this channel assist you in some of the areas as you were preparing for this exam? So yeah, just give me your thoughts. As I said, this is just a review. I will be doing a full paper where I'll look at question by question. In the next coming videos, just keep track of the next coming videos. I will do a full paper of this Mathematics N1, but this is a quick review just to say how was the paper like. For some of you, you want to just go through the paper in a short space of time just to get an idea what it was. So if you are coming in contact then for the first time and you are watching this channel and you are wondering what's happening, this is the 24-minute lesson. And here, remember, this channel is made with you in mind. It's actually to assist you as you prepare for your final exams. You might have written the exam. Some of you might be preparing for their next exam coming. So this can come as very handy. So this is your Mathematics N1. The paper was written on the 14th of November. It was in the morning, a 3-hour paper. Requirements: you needed a graph paper. You need a graph paper, and then says non-programmable calculators may be used. Actually, the way you needed a calculator for this. And then a few things on the instructions. As I said, it was 3 hours out of 100 marks. It says answer all the questions, read all the questions carefully, answer question 5.1.4 and 5.2 and question 7.1 on graph paper. It says number the answers according to the numbering system used in this question paper. That's straightforward. And then it says round off final answers to 3 decimal places. Okay, then unless otherwise stated, keep subsections of questions together. Start each section on a new page. Each question in a way on a new page. Use only blue or black pen, guys. Don't use Tipp-Ex, don't use highlighters. They just want pen, blue or black. Write neatly and legible, meaning you need to be, your work must be visible. Apologies again on the background noise. At the moment there's nothing I can do about it, but I hope you won't be disturbed by the background noise. So what are we dealing with here? We are dealing with Mathematics N1. Let's look at the questions. Let the questions begin. And this is 1.1. As you can see, it says here in question 1.1, you're supposed to simplify each of the following without, that's the key part, without a calculator. But they had something in line. They say what? Use what? Exponential laws. Are you with me? So that's what they wanted you to do. And then look at this. It says show all steps. Now it's 4 marks. You just need to be very sensitive how you go about this 4 marks. So here it's a matter of using the laws of exponents. And then look, it's multiplication here, and then it's division. Remember what happens when you are multiplying. You need to remind yourself to say, when I'm multiplying a to the power of m times a to the power of n, when the base is the same, it's a to the power of m plus n. Remember? And then when you're dividing, a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n. So when you're dividing, you say what? A to the power of m minus n. Remember that. So that's what actually is happening here. You multiply, you use the plus, and here you divide, you use the minus. But anyway, this is just a quick review. Simplify without a calculator the following by using logarithmic laws. Show all steps. Okay, this one actually almost fooled me. This one almost 3 marks, but I almost got fooled when I was trying to go through this paper. Look at this. It says 3 log. Let me just show you what I did at one time. At first value, I was like, okay, there is 3, and then I was like 3. So since it's addition, I was 3 log x squared, you see, and then over log x squared. This was violation of logs. I violated logs. Then I cancelled there, and it gave me 3. But now I was not actually realizing what I was doing. Then I said, let me test my answer. So how do I usually test my answer? I do this. For testing, what I do is in this case, when I'm testing the answer, what I do, I choose any value of x. For example, say let x be equal to, choose any value 4, and then after that, where there is x, I put what? I put the number 4. So that's what I did. So let's come back here to say, wherever I see the value of x, I'm going to use 4. So I'll have this and say 3 log 4, seeing that, plus log 4, and then close it over log. Now that sometimes is a problem there. Just say 2. It's better to say, because if you drop this down to be 2 log 4. If you say 4 squared, I think it will be, say I'm getting an answer of what? I'm getting an answer of 2, but this one gave me an answer of 3. We can try to say 4 squared here. Let's see what it will do if I say 4 squared equal to, okay, still give me the same thing. It gives me 2, but my answer was 3. Now the question was, why am I getting actually an answer? So you see, my answer was equal to 2. Then I came back and say, okay, let me quickly just use, don't be too much in a hurry. That's why in an exam you need to be calm. They were trying to trick you here to say, look at this, 3 log x, there is log x, there is log x. You needed just to factorize log x as common. You see that? So when you factorize log x, you have got 3 plus 1 over, now log x squared, you drop down to log x. You're using this one. You say log a to the power of m is equal to m log a. Remember, you drop that m. You see, so that was it. So in here you're going to then say equal to, when you're doing it right, then equal to 3 plus 1 is 4. So you've got 4 log x over 2 log x. See that? Then you cancel there. Now 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 4, it's 2. This is how I'm saying. Do you see what I mean when I say the answer was actually different? But that's when I saw, oh, this was actually needed me to be very, very careful. 1.3, it was write the following in exponential form. Okay, this is basic. They like this question, you need to do that. And then 1.4, given x blah 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 blah, write the expression in descending powers of x. Guys, always note, descending is like you're having a ladder. You see, it's like you're having a ladder. The highest power is on top. For example, you start with x to the power 5, but you write everything. You say minus 2x to the power 5 followed by 5x to the power 4 with the sign. You see that? Followed by after x to the power 4, you don't have x to the power of 3, but you have got 3x squared over what? Over 4. You're going down, and then followed by what? The one with 7x. You see? 7x a minus b. Continue going down, and then you've got minus 4. So, but you're writing this as one thing. You're like moving. Descending means go down the ladder from the highest power to no power at all. There is no power. Okay, and then after that they ask you some questions based on that, but I'll cover this to say which one is the constant, which one is the coefficient. We'll cover that. Now show all calculations and use logarithms to base e natural logs to calculate the value of x. Here guys, I actually wanted to write it like this, to say natural log, if I say log e of x, that was the approach, is equal to log e over square root of 0.45. I wanted to write it like this, but the approach here is, the best approach is to use ln. So log e, remember, is what? You just say ln x, that's the natural log, is equal to ln e over square root of 0.45. Then from there you use the right method. 3 marks is yours. This was out of 15 marks, not bad. You could have actually managed to get quite a number of marks. I can't say it was a difficult part in question 1. Question 2, divide this by this. Well, look at this. They tried to confuse you. They used 2x minus 4. So here, that's where you do this, to say long division, and you have 2x minus 4y, and then you have got the 4x squared, you see, minus 2x squared y minus 14x y squared plus 4y cubed. I'm not going to cover, but what you're doing, this is the thing, we're saying 2x into, so you're going to take 4x squared. I'm just going to do one stage. 4x squared, you're dividing it by 2x. Then when you cancel 2 into 4 is 2, x will cancel x, you have got 2x, so you write 2x on top. Then you're going to take 2x to multiply that. So it's like you're saying 2x, let it multiply 2x minus 4y. What will it be? That will multiply, you're opening the bracket. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. And then 2x times negative 4y, it's negative, look at this, 2x squared plus negative 4y, it's 2x, it's negative 2 x, I hope I'm doing that right, negative 2x, negative 8, not negative 2. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, let me see here. I think I wrote this thing wrong. I see now where I wrote it wrong. It's 4x cubed here. Look at what I wrote wrong. It was 4x cubed minus 2x squared y minus 14xy. So blah 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 blah. But now let's start it afresh. So what I'm doing here, I'm saying you can continue all the way there, but I'm interested in the first step. You are saying 4x cubed over 2x. See, 2 into 4, it's 2. X into x cubed, you are remaining with x squared. So what you're going to have here is 2x squared. Then you are saying 2x squared multiplying 2x minus 4y. See this? Then this is opening, you open up there to say 2x squared times 2x, it's 4x cubed. It will always be like that. And then you're saying 2x squared times negative 4y, it's negative 8x squared y. Then you separate, put brackets, you roll off, so that you've got 4x squared minus 4x cubed is 0, then minus 2xy, x squared y minus minus, this will become a plus. So it's 8 minus 2, which is 6x squared y. You see that? Then you drop down the negative 14xy. Then the whole thing repeats again, 2x into that. Then you repeat that, but I'm going to do that full in the next one. Okay. Then what must be added? I like this one. This one, let me put a star. What must be added? I put a star on this. What must be added to this to give that? What must you add? Okay, I'll leave it now so that I encourage you to watch the next video. It's a bit tricky with algebra. They wanted to test you if you know what they're doing, you know. And then fully factorize the following expression. This was not difficult, guys. This was 4 marks. I don't know why they made these 4 marks, but it was good marks for you to carry. For example, look at this. You are going to say 2 is common there. You just have x minus y. And then look at this. In the next bracket, you've got y minus x. That's where I say you always take out a negative. And then saying instead of a plus, you make it minus now. 3a. Now the y was positive becomes negative. The x was negative, now it becomes positive because of that negative. The y was positive becomes negative. You see this? So you've got x minus y, x minus y. So it becomes x minus y. In the brackets, outside the brackets, you've got 2 and minus 3a. So again, you put a bracket, 2 minus 3a. Guys, this was 4 marks. What do you say? What do you think? Do you justify these 4 marks? But if you got them, that's good. I mean, look at this one. And then you had got simplify the following. 3.2, it was also 4 marks. Here, you needed, I think, to open up this bracket first. You open up that bracket. But now this 3xy, it divides into each one of these. Each one. Then you cancel out what needs to be cancelled. Okay. 3.3, simplify the following first by factorizing. So guys, you needed to find out what is common in 36 and 54. I think 16 is the one that is common here. And whenever you're factorizing a, b, c, and a squared, b cubed, c, take the smaller powers, which is a, b, c. You see, so we are saying 16, 36, 16, is it 8? I don't know, 16 times 3, but I don't know whether 16 will do here. I think I'm taking out the wrong one, but anyway, I'm not really working on this, but the key part was knowing how to take the a, b, c, so that you can divide them by that. Are you getting that? And then when you factorize on top, it will cancel a, b, c with the bottom. You see that a, b, c you are taking will cancel with the bottom. Or there is another simple way you can do it. You can do it like this. Like the top one, let 162 a, b, c affect that and affect that. So you'll have 36 a, b, c over 162 a, b, c. See what I mean? Then minus 54 a squared b cubed c over 162 a, b, c. That's how you can do that. Then a, b, c, a, b, c. Then you say, what are you saying? 16 divided by 36 divided by 16. What am I saying here? So it's not really, it's what? It's 9 over 4. That's why here you will have 9 over 4 minus, again, you look at 54 divided by 162. I mean, the calculator must give you the answer, guys. Don't strain yourself. Don't let the calculator do the work, you know. So what you do here, you have got 54 over 162. Let the calculator do the work. I think that equal to 1 over 3. So on top you'll have 1. Then the a, cancel the a squared, remain with 1. The b, cancel the b cubed, there are 3, you are remaining with 2. The c cancels that. So you have got 1 a b squared over 3. Do you see this? That's what you needed, kind of. It wasn't a complicated thing, but you needed to do that. Now, question 3.4, it says determine the following from algebraic terms. So this was not difficult. You write these as a product of prime factors, the prime factors of each. Actually, look at this. This was actually the simplest 6 marks. Trust me, the simplest 6 marks you can ever get. Guys, you need to check out my test book or my previous videos. Look at this. When you're writing this, it's actually simple. You say 68 equal to, then you say shift. In your calculator, where there is that b there is a fact. When you press that, it will express this thing in terms of a product of its prime factors. Let me use my actual calculator here with me, so because this one is an old version. So if I say 68, I will say 68 equal to, then shift, there is a thing that says fact. It gives me 2 to the power 2 times 17. Try that. So this one will be 2 to the power of 2 times 17. Then you maintain the x and y's. What about 16? You say 16 equal to shift fact. It gives you 16 will give you 2 to the power 4 times that x whatever. What is important is the prime factors of each. They wanted this 2 squared times 17 and then x y squared z 6. Again, x4, you always maintain the x and the y. You get 2 marks. And then the lowest common multiple, that's where now I'm saying it was easy. LCM, you take each item, you see 2 is appearing and 17, but you look for the highest power. What is the highest power? Between squared and power 4, you take 4. 17 was the only one. Then after that, you look at the x, y, and z. Which one is the highest power? Look at it. Z is power 6. Okay, x, let's start with x. X is power 4, here is the highest. Y is power 5, here is the highest, and z is power 6. So you just write that x to the power 4, y to the power 5, z to the power 6. This is that. Then you find out what is 2 to the power 4 times 17. Then when you write that answer, then it becomes the LCM. So you say 2 to the exponent 4 times 17 equal to 272. So it's 272x blah 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 blah. And then the highest common factor. Again, when you talk of the highest common factor, you look what is appearing on all sides. What is appearing? Remember, here we had 2 squared times 17. Here we had 2 to the power 4. So 2 is appearing. You have 2 here, you have 2 there, but you take the smallest power. which is 2 to the power of what? 2. Again, x, y, z, x to the power 1, take the smaller power, which is x to the power 1. Y, look for the smaller power, 2 and 5. Which one is the smaller power? It's y to the power 5. Z is 6 and 3. Which one is the smaller power? Is z to the power of 3. Then you simplify, 2 squared becomes actually 4. That's the LC, highest common factor, guys. It's not difficult, okay? Question 4. So for x, guys, this was algebra. You needed to first open these brackets like this. Open the brackets. Open the brackets. Open the brackets. Collect like terms. 6 marks. I can't believe this. Then test your answer. When you get, let's say, x is equal to 5 as your value. So what you do, you need to test. If it gave you x equal 5, come and put 5 here. Come and put 5 here. The left hand side must be equal to the right hand side. If you're getting two different numbers, you're wrong. Then manipulate the given formula and make s the subject. S the subject. Another simpler one. Take u squared to the other side. You'll have 2as is equal to v squared minus u squared. Simple, divide by 2a. This was 2 marks. Done. There is the answer. That's your s. And then after that, they're telling you, use the answer in 4.2, substitute the following values. Now, you know that answer that you got here. Here, where there is v, you put 5. Where there is u, 5 squared, 0 squared over 2a is 3. So you take 2 times 3. You get your answer. There is another one. A man travels from Cape Town to Cairo at 30 kilometers per hour. The train travels for 346 hours, 36 minutes without stopping to reach its final destination. This is an impossible journey. Cape to Cairo. I mean, from South Africa to Egypt. That is the top of the continent, Africa. From the bottom of the continent in South Africa is the longest trip you can have. It's not practical over a single trip. Then it says calculate the distance traveled in meter. Guys, remember this. You are using this thing to say, this table can assist you to say here, speed is equal to what? Distance over time. Remember, speed is called distance over time. Now they want the distance traveled. What is distance? D for distance is speed s times time. But time, speed, they gave you 3 kilometers per hour. Alright, time. You see, hour is the time. So convert 38 minutes, you divide by 60 so that you can have the hours. So it will be 349 plus 38 over 60. Then you can take that time and multiply it here. That's why they made it 4 marks. There was nothing challenging to that except that you need to convert here. And then a belt here, it says a belt drive is driven by a pulley at 60 meters per second. The pulley rotates at 560 rotation per minute. Calculate the rotational frequency in r per second. See, we have got r per minute, so it's just 560 here. Now, how many minutes are they how many seconds are they in minute? You divide by 60, then you get the answer in rotation per second. That's all. Okay. 5. You are given x over 2 plus y over 3 is equal to 1. Write the equation in standard form. This one I'll show you guys in the next video. I mean, the actual video is not difficult. Determine the gradient, the y-intercept, draw the graph. I'll draw the graph for you on the same set of axes. Even draw the graph of the hyperbola. 12 marks. Also a given there. Question number 6. You are given that triangle ABC is similar. See, it's similar, and they were asking here, define the meaning of the symbol. This symbol means similar. They gave you that. Now I'll show you about the similarity here. Also in the actual video. It's very important concept. I'll say put a star here. Watch the next video, the actual video of this solution. It's very important. Please. I'm not gonna go through this, but it's very important. Okay. Just to encourage you guys. Question number 7. We are wrapping this up, guys. Question number 7 says draw the graph of y is called sine x. Very simple. 4 marks. I can't believe this. This you draw using the what? The calculator. It will give you the values. I'll show you how you go about that. And then in here they are saying a doorstep wedge is shaped as a triangular prism. The wedge's angle of elevation must be 20 degrees in order for the wedge to be effective. Calculate the vertical height of the wedge if the horizontal length is 12 centimeters with the aid of trigonometric functions. Here they want you to use SOHCAHTOA. And these functions they're talking about, these are the trig functions. These are the trig functions here. Let me make it more visible for you. That's what they mean when they talk about trig. Say sine theta is A over C. You see, you need to know this. So here you need to relate to say what you see you are given. So this is A, this is C, this is small a. Why? Because the big A is looking at the small a, the big C is looking at that, and the big B is looking at the small b. Now, in as much as this is fine, but I prefer you to use SOHCAHTOA to say sine is, that is it, sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, tan is opposite over adjacent. So you need to know when I'm given 20 and the 90 degrees, this is the adjacent side, and then this is the opposite side, and then this is the hypotenuse. The question wants this distance, the opposite side. So you ask yourself, what am I given? I'm given adjacent, I want the opposite. So which one links adjacent and opposite? Tan. There you say tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So now tan, now theta is 20 is equal to opposite is your AC, adjacent is 12. Now you multiply by 12, that's how you remove that fraction. But you also multiply here on the left and the right. Then you calculate this with the calculator. You see, that is also the answer there. Question number 8, you are also given this, looks similar. Imelda wants to sell funky doorstep wedges shaped as a right triangular prism. You are given that blah 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 blah. Calculate the volume of the wood needed to manufacture one door wedge in cubic centimeters. Now you need to find the volume of a what? Of a triangular prism. Let's look at the formulas. They will give you now the formulas here to say formula for the volume of a what? Triangular prism. Rectangular prism, right pyramid, right triangular prism. What did I say here? Let me just look at this. Right triangular prism, actually. There it is. This is the right triangular prism. So this is what you needed to use. It's half times base times height times length. You see? So that's what you needed to use here to say it's half times base times height times length. But this height is perpendicular. It says calculate the volume of wood. Imelda. So 8.1, calculate the volume of wood needed to manufacture one door wedge. So volume, that's the V. So you needed to know which one is base. 8 is equal to B. Which one is perpendicular height? You see, 90 degrees. You needed to find this height. And then to find this height, you use the theorem of what? Of Pythagoras. And then to do that, you're going to use this to get the Pythagoras theorem. Look at this. See this? You have got 8 and 10. You can find now the height. And then what is the length? The length now, be careful. We have used 10 already. This is the L. 2 is the length. Please don't use 10 because you have just used 10 for the Pythagoras to get the other one. But 2 is the length. And then that could give you a bit of marks. Now, lastly but not least, as I say, guys, I hope, as I said, please don't be cross with me. I'm not going through this to give you the actual memo. I'm going to do this shortly. Check the videos that are following. The floor of a room is 7 meters by 3 meters. The floor is covered with ceramic tiles of 300 millimeter times 300 millimeter. Be careful when they give you two units like this. Meters and millimeters. Change one to the other. Better change the millimeters. Divide by 1,000 here. Divide by 1,000 here. You'll get 0.3 meters. You'll get 0.3 meters. Always work with same units. Now determine the area of the floor. Determine the surface area of the room. Now the surface area, guys, is length times breadth. 7 times 3 is 21. Determine the surface area of one tile. It's just 0.3 times 0.3. How many tiles are needed? We'll do that and then we'll finish up that. Then this conversion, I'll also show you how to convert cubic millimeters to cubic meters. Total 14. Now the total was 100 marks. Guys, was it difficult? I can't really say it was. I think it was a fair question. You just needed to prepare yourself and study. Now, this is where I come in. You cannot fail mathematics while I'm there. That's you guys. That's why this channel is there. You guys are all over the place. You're panicking. You are not understanding in the classroom. You are just stranded out there. But there is the 24-minute lesson for you and for your friends and your colleagues, and share it. That's why you need to share it, so that you guys can sit in one place, look at the method and the strategies I use. If they are working for you, go with them. If they are not working for you, try another channel. There are plenty of channels, but this one, I've seen people coming back to it in large numbers. You find at one time there were 25,000 students watching at a day. You can understand the impact that it is doing. You know why? Because I focus on the underdog, the guy who says, I don't want you to be fast, just take it slowly and easy. That's why there's a memo actually coming. This was for someone to just get an idea. So whereby I go step by step, line by line, precept by precept, and I show you how to uncover some of the hidden things that the examiners are trying to hide in these questions, so that next time you meet something similar, you will know you cannot trick me again. So that's why this 24-minute lesson was given. It is for the underdog. Someone who says, I am an underdog, but I know, given enough time, I can excel in this mathematics. That's why I am there for you. I was in the same shoes like you. I struggled a lot with this mathematics. You don't want to know. I struggled. It gave me some nightmares, hard time. I used to pull it. When others were studying 1 hour, I used to take an extra 3 hours just to see where was the problem with me. Others in class, they were getting it, but I was not getting it until a curtain, or like a curtain, I don't know what I'll call it, but something just opened and I was just like a switch turned on because someone took patience in me. It was one guy who was patient enough to get me through the steps of the foundations of mathematics. Hence, this channel is made for you guys. If you are benefiting, don't forget to subscribe. See you again in the actual part where I'll be going step by step. Thank you.